So in today's video, we'll be talking about how to get maximum points in squad battles, what you should be doing, and how you can achieve certain things. So first of all, let's head over to the match facts. And what we are looking at here to get under our shooting tab is we need to have at least 10 shots on target. Maximum points is 10 on target. If you get them, you're going to get max points for shots. 5 goals and a clean sheet means our opponent doesn't score. We also need to have at least 100 passes or more to get maximum points on that, as well as one other which I didn't do, which is having 5 corners overall. Now, depending on what difficulty you're doing it, the more points you get. As you can see here, we got ourselves 2,574 points. Now pushed us into Elite 2. We did this on Legendary difficulty, and I'm going to explain to you guys why some of you sometimes get top 200 and some of you don't. So if you head over to our rank, at this minute in time, Elite 1 of recording is 15,000 points, 183. Now, as you can see next to my camera, if I move over to the right, we have played 5 games out of 32, and we are currently on 12,652 points. Now, this score is a live score, which means it updates every single hour or every single 5 minutes. You can see there, it will update the score, meaning the points go up and up and up. Now, there is a website you can go to, which I'll show you now, which is footbin.com. And all you have to do is type in footbin.com and then go all the way over to more on this drop-down tag. Go to foot, click on squad battles, and what this will do is it will show you what points you needed for last week. So as it loads up now, you can see it breaks down all the ranks. We've got rank 1, elite 2, and elite 3. Here are the points that you currently need for rank 1 or top 200, which is 105,000. Let's say you wanted to go to the previous week. So we're on current week. All we have to do is switch to previous week, and it will tell you the points you needed. So for elite 1, you needed 49,321 points. For top 200, you need 110,000. Elite 2, 39,000. Elite 3, 31,000, 18,000, etc. So if you want to check that, you can by just going to footbin.com and following the steps that I did. But heading back over to basically squad battles, a couple of things you can do. Now, what I recommend that you do is the top teams with, like, for example, this team here, 87 rated with 22 chemistry. Do that on Legendary. The same for this squad here. This one was a full bronze team. You can see there, not much chemistry, over 6 chemistry. Do that on Legendary. Get the 5 goals. Don't concede, like I've mentioned. And then the bottom 2 teams that are the hardest ones, do them on World Class. You get 1,400 instead of 1,900. But what these difficulties do is just make your opponent's team with boosted stats. So let's say you did it on beginner, they get minus stats. So say they're a 64, they'll actually be a 50. If you go ultimate and it's a 64 rated player you're playing against, they'll actually be 99 rated. So that's why it's difficult. So the bottom 2 you should do on world class, the top 2 on legendary. This one is completely down to you. So you see here, I did it on semi-pro, I get 1,600 points. We can do it again and go up the difficulty. So we were on 1,600. We go to professional, you don't get an extra 1,700 from the 1,600. You only get the 100 points difference. So if we completed that, got 1,600, we went to do professional, we get an extra 100 points to our total, not an extra 1,700. The same for world class, the same for legendary, same for ultimate. So do as many of those as you can. Start off at semi-pro, get the 1,600. If you want to go up to world class, get the extra 200 points, then go for it. But we are going to go ahead and break down what you should be doing, and we're going to go ahead and do it on one of our top 2 teams here. We're going to do it on world class as well. Now, the team I'm using at the moment is for an objective. I recommend you guys do the same. Try and get some objectives done or some evos done as you're going through. Load into the game as normal. Select the kits you would, like you would any other game. And then as we go into it, you can see here, underneath where it says stadium, it says world class 4 minutes. So we're doing it on world class. And we are just going to break down a few things. Now, I'm going to turn my camera off because I'm going to skip ahead on certain things. But you can still hear me talking now as we've disappeared. And we're just going to show you the best ways to get your 5 shots, well, sorry, your 5 goals, 10 shots on target, your 5 corners, and 100 passes. So essentially, you just want to start getting the goals as soon as you can. Take some long shots, get the 1 shot on target there. Start farming those and then basically try and get the goals. Now, ideally, you want to get 5 goals in the first half if you can. So I'm just going to skip ahead now to when I get the goal, and I'll be back once I've got the first goal. So we got our first corner here. We're going to show you a little trick how to get more corners. So you want to call somebody over, and with this, you're going to wait for their defender to step off like he has, give us the space. And then we're just going to turn and go down the byline here and try and get a tackle to knock the ball off for a corner. You want to do that as many times as you can. We need 5 corners, so we've got 1 corner in this so far, no goals. But let's again skip ahead to the goals as we get our first goal, as I was saying that. So there is our first goal. Now, if we were to pause it and you want to check it anytime, all you need to do is go over to your match facts, and we can see here in our match facts head over to shooting. You'll see under shooting we've had 6 shots altogether, 4 on target with 1 goal. If you want to check corners, go on summary and then just scroll down to where it says corners. Underneath offside, fouls committed and saves, and we've got 1 corner. So we need 4 more corners, 6 more shots on target and 4 more goals to be able to start ticking that off. Once we've done that, we can move over to the second part. So again, I'm just going to skip ahead to when I get the goals or the corners. And there is our second corner there. So 3 corners to go, 30 minutes in. Let's see if we can do the trick this time to get the extra corner. As we got ourselves a 3rd corner by doing that trick. So that's how you're going to get yourself the corners. Farm them till you've got 5 and then you can start taking them normally. Sometimes you will get fouled, not a problem. And a good tackle. We do get a free kick. Now, another thing we can do is we can absolutely blast this at the wall and try and get ourselves a 3rd or 4th corner. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. If Thierry Henry, we're just going to hit it straight at that wall and get ourselves another corner. So we got 4 corners now, only 1 more to go, and that's the corners ticked off. And we can start playing this game a little bit more normal, as our opponent did a very good tackle there in the end. And there is our second goal. Trying to aim to 2 to 3 goals in the first half just to get yourself in a nice step. If you get more than that, it's just lucky bonus. Don't worry too much. And we got ourselves our last corner. So all corners are done, so we can start taking normal corners. All done in 1 half as well. Let's see if we can get ourselves 1 more goal just before half-time. Play it back. Good defense there from the AI. We do manage to get a left stick dribble through. Shot off, and we've kicked it wide, unfortunately, for half-time. So let's go ahead and check the stats for half-time and what else we need to tick off on this list. So heading over to our match facts, of course. So we have got ourselves the 5 corners. That is done. In terms of shooting, we have got ourselves 9 shots on target with only 3 goals needed to be done. So 1 more shot on target is going to be complete. 3 more goals. In terms of passing, we need to head back over to the summary again. And you can see here that we have got to go over to passing, even I've lied to you, sorry. And we've got ourselves 34 passes done, so we need to definitely improve that. So all we need to do in this game now is get 3 goals, and then we can start passing. So let's go ahead and get those 3 goals that we need. And there is our 3rd goal and our last shot on target needed. Brought in some substitutions as well to get some pace up front. 2 more goals to go, and then we can start doing the passing. And there is our 4th goal. We are 1 goal away from completing the goals. And here we go then, last shot, and there is our last goal. So 5 goals have been done. Let's go ahead and check the list again of what we need to do. So heading over to match facts, as you already know, we've got ourselves our 5 corners is now 7. If we head over to the shooting tab, 14 shots on target, so 10 has been done. We've got the 5 goals, and now in terms of passes, we've got 57. So we've got 43 more passes to complete. As long as our opponent doesn't score, we have got ourselves all max bonuses for what we need. So all we need to do now is win the ball back, and then we just need to keep ball, which I'll show you exactly how to do that by passing it around. So I'm just going to try and win this ball back now. Once I won the ball back, we'll skip ahead. So there we go, won that ball back. So we are now just going to pass it. Getting ourselves some nice short passes done to boost ourselves up. We need to get 43 passes so we can get them really quickly by doing these types of passes here. Making sure we don't lose the ball near our box. It's really important because then the AI can score and we'll lose our clean sheet bonus. The most important thing from this is not to lose that clean sheet bonus, because if you lose that, you are then going to lose about 200-300 points easy. You can see here we're getting very, very close. On 61 passes, it pops up on the screen there, 103 actually. I think we're done. So let's double check. So again, going over to match facts, we can go straight over to passing, and we can check how many passes we've completed. So 112 have been done. So we have managed to complete that. I realized I counted the wrong side of the screen when I looked at passes. And now all we need to do for the last 10 minutes is basically hold the ball. So we're just going to speed up time here and show you exactly how to do that. Well, that was very, very lucky right near the end then. That's why you don't want to lose the ball so close to your box like that. But we managed to keep that clean sheet in the end. Very, very close to losing that. And now we can show you how many points exactly we get from that on Worldcast on one of the harder teams. As you can see, we've got 852 coins. Nothing too important there. And we managed to get ourselves 2,100 points. So let's now work out the average of how many games you have to play to get Elite 1 and why rank or top 200 is impossible to get. So 2,500 for this one, 2,100 for that. So let's say 2,500 plus 2,500 for this one. It's going to be 5,000 points together. 2,100 and 2,100 again. It's going to be 4,200. So we get ourselves 9,200 points every 4 games. So at the moment, we are currently at the rank of 14,000. So all we have to do to get ourselves 9,000 points every 4 games is we do one set, which is 9,000. Do a second set, it's going to be 18. So 4, 8, 12, 16. All we have to do is 5 sets, which is going to be 20 games, and you'll have enough for Elite in terms of Elite 1. Now, to get yourself into the top 200, there's only one way you can do this. It's going to be doing it in co-op, making sure every single game that you play is going to be in ultimate difficulty. So basically not world class, not legendary, ultimate difficulty is going to be the way you do that. If you do have any questions, comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, press that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.